ややレッスンどうもこんちはさ怪しいものではございませんがどっか浮かないかを見えたもので見てもらえませんか目が回るなぜか腹決めた夢追うごとに稼がハンマーだからはじけ上手その気紛れそうなステージ何をもって始めそう稼いでなくともたぎれそうなモードとっかかりは本場ありかもまだお触りはノー
ということで始めたはいいけど、ツイートをしてないっていうんでやっちゃおうね。あ、なんか知らない人からリツイートされてる。鍵やかだとリツイートとか見えないんだっけ？俺あんまりそういうのわかんないんだよな。まあいいや。ということでじゃあ、今日は勝利先生の伝説任務やって、で、その先生の伝説任務やって、ボスを解放するっていうのを目標にします。その前にいつも通り生物厳選やってからだけど。そう、いい加減にね、終ボスを解放していかないと素材が多分足りなくなるんじゃないかなと思って。ぼちぼちガチャも引いてキャラも増えてきたから、ちょっとそこら辺をね、やっていこうと思います。とりあえず音量バランスが大丈夫そうかな？どうだろう。今日始める前に今日お休みだからお酒を飲んでたんだけどレモンを入れすぎたんでちょっと喉がイガイガしてる。
By royal decree, delves into death. No touching. Swirl, Mark, don't break my glasses. Fate is upon you. Animo test 6308. Absorption test.
よいしょ。
Animo test 6308.
いった。
Press on. Absorption test. Animo test 6308. Shadows of.
ちょっと感動の設定を間違えて変えちゃったから画面の操作がちょっとしっちゃがめっちゃがなってる。カウが死んだ。さっき音量をいじるとこと間違えて感度をいじるとこやっちゃってさ変になってないといいんだけど。で今日の生物検定何出るかな。出てほしいのは頭の熟知。攻撃ってノーコメントってかコメントできないやつだ。
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Animal hypostate. Leave my space. Decided by destiny. Born of ice and frost. Absorption test.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Access denied.
頭も頑張って。
Come on, focus. Animal test. Need to make
ああ、今日なんかぐだるな。
My contract goes unfulfilled. The merrier. Oh, now you've got me. Shadow Raven, let night fall.
一旦回復するか。 攻撃か。一旦回復しに行こ
狼とま、こんばんは
う。。でもさんいらっしゃい。今日はタイトル通りです。勝利先生の伝説任務やって終ボス解放して、でまあ早めに終わったらリーユエガモンドの宝箱を探しに行こうかなと思って、今伝説任務やる前にちょっと実施があったから生物厳選やって、水力のね熟知の頭が欲しいのよ。
By royal decree. No touching. Absorption test. Animal
ユー
test
ス桜坂、オ
6308.
スマンサスワインテイストザセームアスアイリメンバーバッドホエアーアージョーズ
なんて
シェアザメモリー
Decided by destiny. Shadows of Swirl Mark II. Animal test 6308.
そのコメントはちょっと今ながらで
Odds
見
revealed
れな
by
いから後で
Zero.
ちょっと翻訳かけよう。
Delved into destiny. Blink. Access denied. Absorption test. Enhanced animal module 75. Blaze over.
よいしょ。やっぱシールド欲しいな。オッケー。ちょっと軽く翻訳かけちゃう今。多分コメント何のコメントかわからんけど。あ、中国語翻訳になってる。よいしょ。あ、間違えて出ちゃった。1000分無駄になった。
狼とま、どういうことだろう。W
今間違えて翻訳ソフト。金木犀の酒
狼とま、木星種。
うん。知的だね。あれかな、勝利先生のセリフかな。あ、そうだね。勝利先生の待機セリフだな、これ。
お腹いみけアスタリスク純六アンダーバーマイクアスタリスク、ポンチャー。
お、ミキさんいらっしゃい。多分今、ゆきさんが書いたのは、勝利先生の英語版の待機ボイスかな。
Osmanthus
これ
wine tastes the same as I remember.
これ。
But where are those who share the memory?
これいいよな。英文だから一瞬ちょっと混乱したけど。そうだ。勝利先生のね。
桜坂、
そう
イエップ。
よかった。ってことでちょっとやり直すか。
By royal decree. Let me scribe. Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Written in the stars. Wings of darkness. Come. No touching. Animal test 6308. Animal hypostasis emulation. Over here.
オッケー。これで多分樹脂は全部使い切ったから勝利先生の伝説にもいけるね。あ、最後の一回頭の熟知は出るかな。で HP 出ませんでした。じゃあやっちゃうかね。でね、今出た生物で 関羽の頭の生物を強化したいんだけど、今会心ダメージで、攻撃 11.7% だからぼちぼち攻撃伸びればなんだけど、お金がもうないからな。とりあえず育てられるだけ育てて。本当はね、率もね、欲しいんだけど、攻撃伸びた。オッケーオッケー。これ嬉しいね。お金がない。そしたらどうしようかな。じゃあ早速やりに行くか。
What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of angry looks.
多分こういう感じでストーリーを読みながらやる配信になると思うから、のんびりのんびりやっていきましょう。
Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting of the others. You remain objective. So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo Archon killed were evil?
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So any gods he killed certainly must have broken some kind of contract.
Right! The Lord of Geo wouldn't kill the innocent.
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt. The god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god. But she encountered Morax one day in battle. Morax used a rather underhanded trick to assassinate her.
What? No way!
This bit of history is a long story. But you may not like the truth.
そうそうそうそう、潮の魔人クエス
Don't
ト。
worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a long
翻
time.
訳できるかな今の時点で。ちょっと待ってね。これ動くかなどうだろう。ちょっと待ってね。よいしょ。
Quite so. I don't know where to begin.
ちょっと別画面行くね、一旦。
Over here, Mr. Zhongli. I've been looking for you. Ah, so you're over here all this time.
これちょっとうまくいくかわかんないけど。貼り付けして、一旦上に置くか。
Put down your weapon and stay back. Otherwise, Paimon's reporting you to the Millilith.
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological researcher from
で、リロードし
Snezhnaya.
て、
I'm not here for trouble.
これでどうだろう。
Tui say that every
あ、オッ
time.
ケーオッケー。
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you the official documentation if you want to see it. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here.
これで
The
どうだろう。
results of which will all be shared with the ministry.
下の
I
方
heard
に
that
配
Wang
置する
Sheng
と
Funeral
さ、
Parlor had a consultant named Zhang Li
字幕かぶっ
with
ちゃうから
immense
さ、
knowledge of ancient history and
これと、
archaeology.
ちょっと今一
So
旦
I
上に
paid
表
Wang
示して
Sheng
みま
Funeral
した。
Parlor a handsome amount to hire Zhang Li as my own consultant while I'm in town.
ちょっと
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng funeral
調整す
parlor?
るか。
Yes?
これ削除して、これつけて、で、本当の、これじゃない、これフォントの色、めんどくさいな。じゃったら、もう一回ちょっと、複製して、ここ置いて、これでどうだろう。
Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice.
これで
A
字幕、多
consultant of the
分英語
Wangsheng
版
funeral parlor must respect
英
their
語版っていうか
duty.
英語字幕で
Of
伝わる
course
と
you
思う
would be
ある
such
程
a
度は。
reasonable man. Well then, let's head out now, shall we?
ちょっと画面が狭苦し
If
くなっ
you're
ちゃうけど
studying
ね。
archaeology, can I go too? I am also a scholar in this field, so I can help.
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too.
俺の画面が行方不明になった。よいしょ。
This experience may be of help to you on your future adventures. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt has already perished,
だからこうすればいいの
it will
か。
still be a meaningful
これで
experience
コメ
for
ント
your
読みな
journey.
がらできるはず。
Wait. This is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group. That's too many people.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent,
有機化
surpassed by
倉
no
坂
one.
LET は
It will
English
surely be of
viewer
great help
サガ
to
ー
us.
without サブティトルズ
Oh?
母
What talent?
If my friend
ちょっ
espies
と
a
無理やりだけ
treasure
ど、
chest,
まあないよりかマ
I
シ
will
だろう。
absolutely find a way to open it.
Hey, Paimon's good at that too!
Well, that is quite enticing. All right then. Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the overlord of the vortex was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently, perhaps something of interest was washed ashore. An ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would be great.
まあ
A piece
本
of the
来、
god's limb
こ
would
うやって
be even
ゲーム画
better.
面に字幕被
Who
るから
knows what
さ、
surprises we may find.
字幕はつけてないんだけど。英語音声でプレイしてるのに、英語喋れない日本人が配信やってて、まあ、困惑はするだろうな。で、画面を見てなかった。だって古雲閣か。あ、なんか岩の反応がある。鉱石だ。鉱石掘んないとな。
This
あ、
place looks so ordinary. Can we really find
イタ
anything
チがいた
valuable
今。
here?
Paimon thinks it looks really grand.
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur and all, and I don't even know where to begin looking here.
Guyan Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to
有機
be
化倉
if
坂
you wish to
What's
learn about the
your
gods
favorite
or the history of the
character?
Archon War.
俺の
Legend
お
has it
気に入り
that
は
Rex Lapis threw
CROWK
spears
かな。
made of large rock into the sea here, piercing and crushing the overlord of
翻
the
訳ちゃんとされて
vortex.
るかわかんないけど。
After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique rock formations we see now.
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's
翻訳が
weapons?
こんにゃくになってるんよ。
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis.
スクロースだね、お
were
気に入
much
りは。
greater,
一番
both
最初
in
にガチャ
number
で
and
引い
in
て、
size.
今でも
But due to the
メイン
different
で戦っ
angles
てる
they
から、
landed at,
結構
their
長い
large
付き合いになって
centers of
て。
mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity, many of them have been completely swallowed by the sea. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spears also played a big part in the formation of Guyan Stone Forest.
有機化
Well,
倉
a
坂
god
Do
able
you
to
have
fight
a
one so
tip?
powerful as Rex Lapis was certainly very strong in its own right.
ちょっと待ってね。
Indeed,
パッと見
this
で
is
わかんない
where
コ
the
メントは
value
翻訳し
lies
て
in
やってね。
research at Guyan Stone Forest.
空地ないんだよ
Most of the
な。
objects from that time
引い
were
てない
lost to
引い
the
てない。
sea. But the gigantic waves
空地ね、
created
欲しいん
by
だ
the
けど
overlord
ね。
of the vortex
So you're saying that if
聞け
we
て
look
ないんだよ
carefully,
な。
we'll be able to get very, very rich. I mean, rich with archaeological knowledge and
ちょっと
historical
これ
value.
会話終わったら手持ち
That's
キャラ見
all
せる
I
よじゃあ。
seek in life. Well, since we brought so many people, I think it would be best to split up and look.
Okay then, I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge in various disciplines, when it comes
モ
to
ナはね、いるのよ。
archaeology,
モナはいる
I
けど、
can't
クー
compete
チン
with
はい
the
ないの。
expert here.
クーチン欲しいんだよな。
Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession. Why are you so surprised?
生物もちゃんと用意してるのに
I'll
な。
escort him then.
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare, Let's meet on the shore opposite from here.
その前にあいつを
The
ちょっ
ancient
と
god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Well, go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks.
オッケー。キャラクターはね、今こんな感じだね。まあ、ノエル、行幸、英語版だとなんだっけな。まあ、アルベド、勝利、含有、モラ
有機神楽坂、ワンデーザワールドシャルノーザウォルトオブケク。
うん。ちょっと待ってね。それね、最近草元素とか増えてきたから、雷属性、フィッシュルもコレイとか、
I created
あ、ニン
another
グアンだ、そう
universe
そう、ニン
and
グアン。
founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der
日本語版と英語版だと名前の読み方が違うのよ。そう。日本だと行幸だけど、英語、本来の方だとニングワンだし、関羽も含有だし、行く明がシャンフェイだったかな。で、シャンリン。まあ、いろいろあるね。九条さら日本系、稲妻系はまあそのままかと、まあ、キャンディス。で、7が、チーチーだったかな。
2, breathe, 3, 4, and,
まあ、キャラはこんな感じだね。これ、所持済みの、あ、これで見れるか。そう、クーチンいないんだよ。工場ガチャ引きたいんだけど。石がな。今一回引いたら2ロ出るかな。いや、でももったいないのやめとこう。次、八重美子に石取ってからいいかな。で、幻想資格を使って、これか。あそこになんかあるな。
I'll catch up.
It's nothing.
あそこに宝箱ある。
Live!
Gather!
As a dutiful maid would, leave it all to me.
I will have order.
ノエル全然鍛えてないからあれなんで弱いんだよな、正
Moment
直。
of birth. Coming to be.
Solidify!
Don't waste my time.
Order guide you.
あ、なるほど、イベント用の宝箱だったわ。
Stabilize.
Give up.
Burst forth.
クリック音うるさかったりとかしない？大丈夫かな？一応 OBS の音声フィルターちゃんと見直してうるさくないようにはしてるんだけど。
Why are there enemies here?
Guyan Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
ちょっとめんどくさいからチーム変えるか。こっから先行って。 あれか。あ、スタミナ見にかった。見てなかった。
Shadows of fate. Born of ice and absorption test. Animal test 6308.
遊戯桜坂、ははは、GG。
スタミナ見てないのよくあるんだよな。よくやっちゃう。
Access denied. Absorption test.
まだいるか。オッケー。そろそろ料理作んないとな。なくなってきた。あとはわー、なんかめんどくさいのいる。
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. But the hydro-mimic monsters... I have a contract.
おー、
And
まだい
must
る。
put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them. And recover the relic.
まあこれでなんとかなるだろう。
It's just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information.
え
Let's head back.
次どっちだ。別正体と合流する。あ、いた。鉱石もあった。
Solidify.
よし。
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that. What are you good for?
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried very hard to explain.
Oh, stop arguing! What in the world happened?
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. I even know more than her. She left me to rely solely on guessing, experience, to find anything valuable to take back. Ugh, what a waste of time.
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange? And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be measured in Mora?
Isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way? This also matches the traditions of Liyue, does it not?
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss. We were able to bring back some intriguing objects. Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex, but they have nothing to do with the god besides being in the vicinity at the time. The stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of divine power. Perhaps it will be useful for research purposes.
Quick, give it to me.
わかりやすく嫌なやつだ
At
な。
least we didn't come for nothing. The power of the gods, yes! This is good. Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to cover the cost of hiring you. It's all mine.
So, it's only valuable for research if there are remnants of divine power on it?
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the God of Salt is because history can tell us about culture and beliefs. But you? You're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear, if I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
Oh, by the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber. So unless you want to mess with the Qixing...
Ah, I see. What a shame. It was of such high quality, too.
See? You do want to sell these objects!
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? Don't be so simple-minded. All right, then. No need to stay here any longer. I'm rather quite intrigued by the God of Salt, too, actually.
実はさ、伝説任務の内容、塩の魔人のやつ、他の人の配信で見ちゃってるから、ストーリー自体は知ってるんだよな。だから、最初のこっちの方飛ばし飛ばしでやっちゃって、この次のもう一個の任務のやつじっくり見ようかな。あっちか。
Next on the agenda.
こういう時に物が欲しいな。
Stabilize.
Oz, reveal!
よいしょ。
I will have order. As you wish, mein Fräulein. Burn!
とかここイベントで行くところだったんだな。なんだろうと思ってたけど。
I heard that Salterai was once the home of the God of Salt's people. Therefore, there's sure to be loads of valuable relics nearby.
According to legend, the people of the God of Salt, Havria, enjoyed prosperous lives under her protection. But this legend has been around for ages, with the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area.
Oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before, I wouldn't have come.
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the God of Salt, which is actually how the area originally got its name of Salterai. However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. Nobody has been able to break the seal. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism... So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the God of Salt. I don't know, there's no concrete evidence. But I'm pretty sure the seal is meant to hide some kind of long-forgotten truth. The God of Salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. She wouldn't have any kind of shameful secrets to hide. So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly her killer, Morax.
モラックスがすっかり悪者に扱いになってるな。
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the God of Salt lie within this ruin, just waiting for someone to find them, right?
You weren't listening at all, were you? Even if there's a mountain of treasures inside, no...
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhang Li with us. He looks like he knows just about everything. A little...
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhang Li may not know all of its secrets.
I may know something about it.
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli says so, follow me then.
これ移動にモナいた方がいいな。
Here it is.
夕暮れの実だ。
There's some debris
これも集め
scattered
ない
here
と。
that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed. See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another?
Let me lead the way from here.
おお。
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some elemental monuments here. When I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision accompany me. But when we lit up all the elemental monuments, nothing happened.
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time.
ギミックでさ、よくさ、正しい順番であれこれしろってのあるけどさ、俺これ苦手なんだよな。
The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Archon War. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingse in the north. All desolate and devoid of
南
life.
東西北
Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
To the north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always talk in riddles?
I think I've heard this saying before.
Certainly you have. And the contents of this saying are also related to the god of salt, to provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been ravaged by the Archon War. This benevolent god searched all across Liyue. At that time, with the chaotic fires of war engulfing the land, even one sliver of peace was a luxury. And that haven she eventually found is
地球の
right
塩
here.
ね。
Today, it is known as Sal Turai.
How sad then. In the end, this peaceful place was destroyed by Morax.
Okay, enough with these ancient stories. Now that we have the clue, hurry up and break the seal. Whatever happened doesn't matter as long as we can get inside that ruin.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east,
南
Jueyun in
東
the
西
west,
北。
Qingse in the north. With this clue, you should be able to solve the puzzle.
とはいえ、順番が分かったところで方角が分かるわけではないんだけど、とりあえずこいつらを片付けるか。ああ。
Shadows of Fate. By Royal Access denied. Absorption test. Stand clear. Tuh.
適当につけてればなんとかなるだろう。あれ？ここにない。まだこっちか。多分違うんだろうな。ちゃんとマップを見ようねっていう話だな。 いしょ。えーっと
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west,
できてなかった。
Jingze in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
Huh. 弓の感度がさっきから
Tianheng in the south,
全然違って
Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingze in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
こっちが西でこっちが東だから合ってるか分からんけど南東あとどっちだ
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in
全然違
the
う
east, Jueyun in the west, Jingze in the
これ手間取ってたらあれだな
north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
What? Seriously?
えーっと東がどっちだまあいいやめんどくさいから答え見ようよいしょ。なになにこれでいけるかなどうだろ
Tianheng in the
う全
south,
然違った
Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingze in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
宝箱あるけど、これ終わってからだな、やるとしたら。
Tianheng in the south,
あ
Yaoguang
あ、
in
全
the
然違
east,
う。
Jueyun in the west, Jingzi.
南、東、西、北。
In the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try. Tianheng in the south,
全然違った。
Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingzi in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingzi in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingzi in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingzi in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingzi in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingzi in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
もしかしてこうか。ああ、できた。なるほどな。めちゃくちゃ勘違いしてたな。
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden
い
truth
やー、恥ず
lost
か
to
しい
time.
ところを配信で載せてしまった。方角がわからないっていう。
Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between you two that we saw at Guyenstone Forest.
Okay. What is it?
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter. With only to show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure.
Hey! Don't pass an opportunity like this up so easily!
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist? No, absolutely not.
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of salt. I can't accept this.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve as your consultant on this expedition. You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin.
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the god of salt should be enough to make a fortune.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. I just have one request, Mr. Zhongli. If we discover the truth behind the god of salt, you must judge it fairly, even if the truth harms Morax's image.
I can accept this arrangement. Well then, let's go.
シチュエーションはなんかすごいいい感じなんだけど、その前にちょっとグダグダしすぎたな。
One need not scry to know today's weather will be good.
Gather!
そうだ、リーゆえにいるんだからコンパスもこっちにした方がいいか。いろいろ素材があるな。この音楽いいよな。
Solidify.
ああ、なんか出てきた。
No touching!
そして落ちた。
Time for retribution.
.どっかになんか宝箱ありそうなもんだけど、ないかな。おお。
Are these statues?
No. These are people.
Ugh.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin? Oz, reveal thyself!
Gather.
反対側にもなんかいろいろあるんだよな。先そっち探索してみるか。あ、でも行けないかな。
Stabilize.
岩元素のなんかやるみたいなのがあるけど、それは別に今から行く場所ではないか。
Solidify. Gather.
Look at this! It's filled halfway with salt.
just looks like a fancy.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full. That is to...
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside won't change?
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of salt is powerful indeed.
Finally, after all that effort, I've found precious treasure. I claim this as mine. I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags.
Hey! How can you use a relic of the god of salt for such a shallow pursuit?
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan, according...
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth more than this rare find?
Since we have a contract, it's no use for me to fight with him.
Then let's move on, shall we?
次行く前にちょっとお手洗い行ってきます。
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth. And those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle. Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Stabilize!
By royal decree!
We're way behind schedule.
Solidify! Huh, just a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be worth anything.
This, if I remember correctly, this is some kind of measuring tool.
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with another power. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt, much like a rising tide covers the earth. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially a bumper harvest of salt.
What? That's even better than the salt chalice!
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler goes to Miss Wanyan.
No, unacceptable. I paid, and this girl has been...
Oh boy, here we go again.
So you are saying you want to break?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen... Let's not forget who
Because you agreed to a... Rex Lapis once said, ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath of the rock.
That is one of your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya. I...
will suffer the wrath of the rock.
Stabilize!
Born of ice and frost. Midnight Phantasmagoria!
This is order.
Can't run from death.
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin. Leave this place.
Oh, darn you! Just you wait.
Some archaeological survey. He could only pretend for so long. Hey, Paimon likes Mora, but Paimon doesn't do bad things.
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, there are many other things that may tempt us to break. When people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able to control their desire? And I think we should be honest with each other now.
Huh? Be honest about what?
That in truth, not a single member of this archaeological expedition came here for archaeology.
Why do you say that?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you are an expert when it comes to anything regarding the god of salt. You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're really interested in is the god of salt. I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between generations at Yinyuan Hall.
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. I seem to have been right to seek you out once I plucked up my courage. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of the Qixing, Yinyuan Hall of the salt industry. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Oh, right! Now that you mention it, the people of Liyue very seldom use the name Morax.
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. He left us alone and lost in the world. We hate him! But this is Morax's Liyue after all. And its history is written as he wishes. So I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his hands and cruelty in his heart. We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli? You must—
Naturally, of course. But I must add, Liyue is no longer Morax's Liyue. Come with me. All the answers you seek lie ahead.
Solidify! Gather! Stabilize!
No touching! Oz,
Solidify! Burn!
Born of Ice and Frost, by royal decree—
I will have order.
Gather!
This is a sword? Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the god of salt had to fight back. Fight back against the evil Morax. The power of this sword. If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power of the god.
It does look...
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics. According to the contract, you can only claim one.
Why?
Yes, but the only one object per claim clause still holds true.
Zhang...
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide. If the contract is not followed, then it is broken.
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the god of salt cannot be restored. No matter what, I must be faithful to her. Even if it breaks the contract, I don't care.
So you are already decided? Then there is a price to pay for breaking the contract.
Zhongli!
That is to say, you consign yourself to suffer the wrath of the rock.
That's okay. The god of salt gave punish me however—
No, you can't hit her!
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. As punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Huh? The truth? You mean the truth is my punishment?
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you shall be your price to pay for breaking the contract. I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control of Tevat. But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
No. No! It can't be so.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade? Then... this sword...
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true! You're trying to test my faith in the god of salt!
As I said before,
Preposterous! You are a follower of Morax! Don't try to trick me!
Hey! Hey! Come back!
Indeed. Otherwise, why would I use the truth as punishment? I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. But the contract was broken. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear, we will find something that will leave her no choice but to face the truth.
Are these statue thingies running? What will we find ahead?
salt, and betrayal.
What are all these? What did they see? What did they do? What happened?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will show you all that happened back then. This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle... The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better to give her a quick release.
But what about these statue thingies?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue, where they sought refuge with Rex Lapis. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword, and offer up obeisances in hope. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end, nurse hatred for her people in her heart?
Even if this is so, I can't! This must be a lie. A false history, all of it! Don't you dare try to shake my faith!
Yikes. Zhongli didn't show any mercy this time either.
This is the price she must pay. Yet I would not call it a bad thing. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, indeed, in ages past, Havria's story served as a warning to me as well. Faith in a god who has already passed will do you no good. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also. All right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Guyonstone Forest?
Huh? What do you want to do, Zhongli?
Treading old ground, telling old stories. One cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances.
Better than nothing.
Next on the agenda.
Solidify!
We'll need more where that came from.
Now, I mentioned before that many gods of old have been sealed beneath the Guyan stone forest. The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. The salt chalice and salt ruler that she left behind should not return to Liyue. To leave them here is to let them slumber. And I ended an era with my own two hands. I've always wondered how I should remember that which I ended. History records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force, and history's twist in its flow. I need to find a better way of recording history in order to engrave its truth. Stone carvings were one such ancient method, but unchanging stone,
配信でからトイレから戻ってきてからずっとミュートになってた。
even one such as myself.
そら人も来ないわけだ。
Someday we may all disappear.
Zhongli.
Therefore, I thought of you, traveler. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. If our history is
トイレから戻
engraved
って
in
きた
your
とずっとミュ
memory,
ートになってたから、そら
it will one day
人来て
accompany
も
you into another
なんだこいつって
world.
なって
As
離
long
れ
as
るわ
a
けだ。
traveler like you is
道
able
理で
to
なんか
record what happened,
変だなと思ったけど。
then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Teyvat. Well, may you find treasure among the stars, even after you have left Teyvat. Now, I am the god of wealth, so I would think that my words have some weight here. Now then, it is time that we consigned both the salt chalice and salt ruler to the sea.
Why do we need to throw them into the sea?
As I said before, this is the place to which the remnants of many bygone gods are consigned. This includes Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned to this ocean prison. Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folk tales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume.
おお、初めて神様らしいことやってるとこ見たな。
And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.
これで任務一つ終わりか。よし。サムネ用の写真も軽く撮って。これで
I
一
will
つ目は終わり
remain
か。
here for a while. I fear that moments of reminiscence like this can only grow fewer. Though the salt chalice and salt ruler do
だから
have
あともう
power
一
in
個
their
伝
own
説任務
right,
やればボス回
they
行こ
are
うかな。
nothing before Osial. If a day comes when he should recover his strength and return, I believe that even so, he will be defeated once more. I will remain here for a while. We did not measure right and wrong during the days of the Archon War in the same manner as we do today. Of course, as I am now, I only wish that she could have lived in a gentler time. I will remain here for a while. That is a good question. In the past, I might have given you a most specific answer. But now... Yes. I suppose I will continue in my role as a consultant at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. But if this journey was to your liking, why don't you come along the next time I am seeking to preserve memories of Leo's past?
海光ってるな。だって第2章もやるか。
Next on the agenda.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Any new commissions?
As a matter of fact, there's one that looks perfect for you two. Uncle Dai is one of the foremen at Huishan Hall over in Liyue Harbor. He's hoping the Adventurers Guild can spare some manpower.
What is it we have to do exactly?
I believe you'll be looking for workers.
Ooh, looking for people? Awesome! We're good at that!
I have no reason to doubt your abilities. I'm sure the details can be worked out face to face. If you're willing to accept this commission, head over to the dock and talk to
直
Uncle
接会っ
Dai.
てをフェイストゥフェイスっていうのが。うんうんうん。意外と近いとこにいた。
We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda.
Hey, are you Uncle Dai?
I am indeed. Ah, now then. You must be the adventurers assigned by the guild.
Huh? How could you tell?
By the clothes on your back and the look on your face. Experienced adventurers at that, I'll wager.
Right again!
ここからどう勝利先生関わってくるんだろうか。気になるな。
In this trade, you need a sharp eye for people, not just rocks. Uncle Dai can see what you're made of from a long way off. Alright, my assistant should be arriving soon, so let's just wait here a moment.
Woo woo! That's why we're here! Now there's someone else taking a cut?
Well, to tell you the truth, this is a very difficult matter. Too much for adventurers alone to handle life here.
So there is someone else! Do you think we're not up to the job?
It just occurred to me that you don't have all the facts. The incident in question happened in a mine, and it's a little out of the ordinary, to say the least. Mines are dangerous places, as I'm sure you're aware. As such, I've enlisted an industry expert to cover all contingencies. Last time I checked, adventurers weren't experts in ore appraisal or geological analysis. With a professional by your side, everything should run smoothly. Besides, this guy's the best in his field. No matter the rock, he'll tell you its value to the nearest mora at a glance. I'd go as far to say that there's not a soul on Tevat that knows rocks better than him. I'd be a fool to not enlist an expert of his caliber.
You're a fool if you think you found Tevat's #1 rock expert.
Oh? And why am I that?
Because Tevat's #1 rock expert happens to be a friend of ours. Ha ha! Didn't expect that, did you? Wait here, we'll go fetch him. Paimon bets young Lee is listening to the storyteller. Let's head over.
いたわ。
In our last tale, Rex Lapis.
Zhongli, there you are!
Oh, here for a few tales? I didn't know you two were connoisseurs.
勝利先生趣味がおじいちゃんなんよな、もう。
Oh, no, no, we're here for you! Do you have time?
Ah, something I'm rarely short of.
We need someone who understands geology and ore!
Someone who understands geology and ore.
Take a look around. Is there anyone in Teyvat more qualified? The requester claims to have enlisted Teyvat's #1 rock expert, but Paimon doesn't believe a word of it. Nobody understands rocks better than you.
You appear to have taken his claim quite personally on my behalf.
Oh, no. It's just... Uncle Dai doesn't know what he's talking about. Paimon just wants to enlighten him.
I see. Well, then it will be my pleasure to accompany you.
Really?
But I should inform you that despite my expertise, I cannot necessarily claim to be a leading authority. We are at all times adrift in a sea of learning. New knowledge should be welcomed with open arms. Still, I imagine I will be of help to you in this endeavor. If we do encounter an expert, I look forward to broadening my own understandings.
Stop being so modest, Zhongli. Well, we got him. Let's head back to Uncle Dai.
Made another handsome sum today.
Let me tell you how.
なるほどな。談合ってやつか。
We're way behind schedule.
Uncle Dai, we're back!
Oh, and this must be the friend you spoke of?
Yep. Paimon doesn't know who your rock expert is, but he's got nothing on our guy.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Still, I do have a claim to some experience in this field.
Uh-huh, so you say. Wait till my guy gets here. Then we'll... It's no use me singing his praises. You'll have to see for yourselves.
Is this the place?
Aha! Speak of the devil. Allow me to introduce my assistant, Kun-jun. Young Kun, these are 2 adventurers assigned to us. And as for this gentleman... Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's consultant. Mr. Zhongli. I've heard about you. They say you're a man of great knowledge and many talents. I had no idea I'd be meeting you in person today.
I'm sure I recognize you. Have we met at the parlor? Wait, I've never been to the parlor.
Uncle Dai, aren't you gonna test them?
Huh? I wouldn't know where to start.
Then they can figure out a way to test each other. If Zhongli wins, he's the...
A contest? Why, it would be my pleasure.
I admire your enthusiasm, good sir.
I must say, you certainly have the look of an industry expert about you. It'll be interesting to see which one of us wins.
Stop talking the talk and start walking the...
I'm just saying it like I see it. Which is, incidentally, the only skill I have worth talking about.
So you're an appraiser, Mr. Kun-jun.
Well, no. Actually, I've already forgotten what I'm in Liyue Harbor for. I was standing by the side of the road one day when Uncle Dai called me over. He saw me holding a rock and asked me a few questions. He seemed incredibly excited, even followed me for a while. We arranged to meet here.
Huh?
I saw him on my way over to Liyue Harbor, poring over rocks and muttering to himself. He looked to be very familiar with them. I asked him a few questions out of curiosity. To my surprise, he knew more than me, an old mining foreman.
So deep?
Not exactly. Mr. Zhongli, what do you make of this rock?
A glossy exterior, with a fissure that could only have been left in the wake of a volcanic eruption. If I'm not mistaken, this is a rough gem from another nation.
Ah, a keen eye.
It's no ordinary rough gem. Fragile surface layer, black veining. My intuition tells me that there's high-quality crystal ore inside.
Remarkable! This rock does indeed hail from the vicinity of a volcano. I came across it in a market and snapped it straight up. The seller thought it was some leftover industrial remnant. They had no inkling of the treasure that lay within. Purity and geological rarity alone aren't enough to make a treasure. Some of the most precious crystals contain deposits of water or sand. In the moment of its formation, the crystal hidden within this stone shell captured a pocket of water. For water to be hidden in its depths, like a moon concealed within a mountain, reflecting shafts of daylight that make it through. Now that's a rare treasure.
Such a detailed description. Almost like he saw it with his own 2 eyes. Say, you're not trying—
Everything he said is true. Most crystals are born in high-temperature environments. Heat and water aren't natural bedfellows, of course, which is why crystals with water deposits are so sought after. Moreover, this particular crystal contains mountain lake water. A rare find indeed.
Well, if Zhongli says so, it must be true.
I've yet to encounter anyone with a judgment as shrewd as yours, Mr. Zhongli. How did you know exactly what lay within?
I've seen many such stones in my time.
Of course not! Uncle Dai, it would be a mistake for Mr. Zhongli not to join us. Trust me when I say that his level of expertise is unrivaled in the trade.
Very well. There is strength in numbers, after all. Everyone, follow me to the chasm. There are men counting on you to find them.
Oh. お酒飲んだはいいけど、普通に眠いな。
We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda.
多分。
We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda.
お、なんかランランルしてる。こんなすぐ近くにヒルチャールの集団あるのでよー仕事できるな。
Whoa, this mine is huge!
This is where the incident occurred. 6 days ago, a group of us left the site to attend to other matters. When we returned, the 4 men we'd left behind had vanished. I led a team around the entire mine, but found no trace. That's when I decided to enlist help.
So 4 miners have disappeared.
Yes, there were 10 of us. We lost Long, Bold Sen, Brave Sen, and Mao. I worked with all of them.
Workers in this trade are usually young men in the prime of their lives. Could it be that the 4 of them left for another mine?
Unlikely. There's no other lodging for miles around, and we didn't pass any other mines on the way over.
Huh. Such a huge mine. Did you really manage to explore every corner?
Underground, overground. We left no stone unturned. We tried everything short of digging further into the earth itself. How could 4 sturdy young men just vanish into the bedrock?
We'll need to explore the site ourselves before extracting any conclusions.
Very well. I'll wait here. Please, proceed wherever you'd like.
So strange. How could the four of them just suddenly disappear? Did they run away from something?
ああ、話途中で。
Over here! What's this? A pile of shirts, some trousers.
Huh. A few everyday items.
1, 2, huh. That seems right. 10 shirts, 10 pairs of trousers. These must be spares, right?
The four of them have been gone for 6 days without a change of clothes.
There's also a few handkerchiefs and some soap lying around.
Items for washing one's face before the dawn shift.
So, they didn't take any supplies.
Correct. Improbable. There are 4 pickaxes missing. It seems likely they left with the tools of their trade. They had time to take their tools, but not their everyday items? Curious.
Huh. Why would someone set off with their tools, but leave their luggage behind?
1, they were working close by and didn't need to move their personal effects. But seeing as they've yet to return, this seems an unlikely hypothesis. Or 2, they were forced to leave and had no time to think about their supplies.
Oh.
It's certainly a possibility. We'll need more clues before any further inference can be made.
If they didn't leave, maybe they were made to leave. Let's make a note and let Uncle Dai know. Let's look around first and see if we can find any clues. Kunjun, what do you have there?
Oh, right on time.
Did you find anything?
There's a chunk of ore here. Perhaps there are clues within.
Or, what does it have to do with the disappearance?
Let's find out. I'll give it a try. A moment, please. Okay.
Looks like he's concentrating really hard.
I see 4 men following someone out of the mine.
A child? What's a child doing in a mine?
I'm not sure.
Also, how did you see
死の記憶を見るってやつか。
Oh, I don't mean see in the traditional sense. I would appreciate it if what I'm about to tell you remained a secret. It's a little odd. I've never dared to tell anyone before. I can perceive the memories of ore.
Huh?
Perceive? So there's no conjecture at work?
You mean you can put your hand on a rock and boom, it just happens?
I've always sensed that ore contains memories. Sometimes it records events that occur in the surrounding area. All I have to do is touch one and focus my attention, and the memories come to me.
Amazing!
It depends on the ore. Some ores have astounding memories. Others, like iron ore and white iron ore, aren't up to much. Their memories are hazy. Core lapis and crystal memories are much stronger. They record more events and in greater detail.
Stone seeing. Fascinating. A rare ability indeed. It was prudent of Uncle Dai to recruit you, Mr. Kunjun.
I'm glad I can be of assistance. Based on what I saw, I believe they followed this path.
This will take us north, away from the mine.
North. Another clue for Uncle Dai.
あれちょっと気になるのさっきから。
This is order. Stabilize.
Access denied.
Oz, reveal thyself.
Verdict is solidify.
No touching. Yeah. 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 Healthy body, healthy mind. Next on the agenda. We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda.
Excuse me, sir. Are you one of the workers here?
Ah, yes. You must be here about the disappearance. Please find them if you can. I don't know what happened. The weather, I stayed behind with the other four. I ended up falling asleep in the shelter inside. Maybe...
So the men that were out working disappeared, with the only one left to tell the tale having been asleep in a shelter. Perhaps an
What is an on-site accident? We found some clues. Time to report back to Uncle Di.
We're way behind schedule.
You're back. How are the investigations going?
We found 3 clues in the vicinity. First, there are 4 missing pickaxes, yet everyday items are still in their place. This suggests that your men didn't leave of their own accord, but were
forced to? But who would kidnap miners?
Who indeed? Second, there were 5 workers at the mine. One of them left the site to take respite. When he awoke, his colleagues had disappeared without a trace. Those who kept working all disappeared. The one who left early emerged safe and sound. It would appear that the incident occurred on site.
Now that you mention it, I recall Bravo saying that he took a break. Could someone have entered the site and simply walked away with them?
This leads me to my third point. Mr. Kun-jun here made good use of his, expert techniques to arrive at a conclusion. It was a child that took your men away.
A child? But there are no settlements here for miles around. There's no way a child would have made it over to the mine.
Unlikely as it sounds, that's our conclusion. Your men were following a child.
Where did they go?
We believe that they followed the road north, away from the mine and toward the ruins.
North? Right. I'll rally my men and head in pursuit. You've been invaluable to the investigation, but leave the legwork to us. If we set off now and make haste, we might be able to catch them.
Not so fast. The incident occurred 6 days ago. Even if they set out on foot, they will have covered a lot of ground by now.
You're right. New plan. I'll lead my search party over to the settlements further out and make some inquiries. There are only a few settlements around here with lodging for the night. We'll go investigate and see if we can come up with anything. In the meantime, you could keep looking for clues. If we don't see each other, let's reconvene at Wangshu Inn tomorrow evening.
Agreed.
All right. Me and my men will get going.
仲間を思い出しただな。
So, they're gonna talk to the people over at the settlements while we...
Correct.
But there aren't any more clues at the mine.
Wait. I believe we're missing someone.
Huh? Oh yeah! Where's Kun? Searching for? We're all out of clues. Let's get going.
Apologies. I'm conducting a quick search for my own benefit. I'm looking for a precious stone known as Dragonfall.
Dragonfall? Dragonfall is often used in forging. What use do you have for it?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't recall why I'm seeking it. I've been feeling very absent lately. Name and address aside, I'm having trouble remembering things. In fact, I've been feeling extremely anxious.
Oh, Paimon knows that feeling.
I don't even know where to start with it. It sounded so familiar to me. Perhaps if I can retrieve some.
I see. If I am able to during our endeavor, I...
Really?
Think nothing of it.
Shouldn't we get going?
Heading north from the chasm, we'll reach Lingju Pass. If this is indeed the path they chose, there will be traces.
Great! Let's have a...
お、なんかえらいことになってるな。
Access denied.
Wait! There are tracks here! These must have been left by the miners!
Let us make our way to the end of Lingju Pass. If there are no footprints there, it would suggest that the miners are still within the pass itself. However, if we find new tracks...
どうしても喋ることがなくて黙ってしまう。難しいな、こうやってブラブラしてる時にこうコメントをするっていうのは。
Next on the agenda.
Hey! Footprints!
It would appear that they made their way through Lingju Pass and kept moving.
If we follow their footprints, we should be able to find where they went!
By royal...
Next on the agenda.
もう一体いるんだよな、奥の方に。
Oh no! The footprints end here!
We should inquire with anyone nearby. If the miners came through here, they may well have seen them.
Solidify! Order guide you!
Access denied. Oz, reveal thyself.
こんなとこに人いたんだな。
A miner.
Stop bothering.
Jeez, whatever.
Stabilize.
No touching. By royal decree.
Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. I miscalculated.
Cry out my illustrious name.
あと一人か。
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets.
Yeah!
4 or 5 days ago. It appears that they were moving slower than we'd anticipated.
It was so strange. 4 big guys with light...
Huh.
I caught a glimpse. Blue hair, short. I think...
And they took...
Yes, they...
Let's go after...
バデューがいっぱいいるっていうか、ここの宝箱開けてないな。
Access denied. For Rex Lapis.
This is order.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Burn.
よいしょ。もう画面がしっちゃかめちゃかすぎる。
Gather.
No touching. By royal decree.
これ倒さないと回復されちゃうのか。
Wings of darkness. Come, sever night from day.
Solidify.
難しいな。
Born of ice and frost.
Stabilize.
I guess this is it. One man's stone is another man's gem.
ここら辺漁ってないな。宝箱もないな。
We're way behind schedule.
By royal decree.
Solidify.
Access denied. I summon thee.
I will have order.
More footprints. There's a person over there.
Help! Please save me!
Is that one of the people we're looking for? Oh, Rusty first. Ask questions.
すぐ目の前に
Be on your guard, traveler. Now is no time for sightseeing.
Oh, why's that?
Yes. As unusual as this may sound,
多分これ違う
numerous eyewitness reports
世
have
界任
confirmed
務
an
始まった
active
な
ruin guard presence in this area. Sergeant sent someone to find out just where these ancient machines might have come from. It appears that they simply left their ruin and marched off all of a sudden.
So did somebody wake them up?
As I say, moreover, the ruin in question is of the especially spooky variety. As such, we are not permitted to investigate until the order comes through from headquarters. In any case, the only sensible strategy in the meantime is to increase...
That's a good point. Ruin guards are probably pretty dangerous for regular folk.
Wow. I'm very grateful indeed for the offer, but it just wouldn't be worth the risk.
Oh, don't worry about that. This one beats up ruin guards for breakfast.
The self-confidence of you... Well, if you're... I did see some ruin guard footprints on the hillside, but since then I've been too busy warning...
Footprints, eh?
While the millilist...
あー、なるほどね。
Oz, reveal.
This is long overdue.
Time for retribution!
違う伝説任務始まっちゃった。
Here!
Those monsters were so aggressive. They must have noticed me walking through. Before I knew it, they were all over me. Thank you all for saving me. My name is Wanyu. I belong to Liyue's Shengyu Hall. I head up our human culture and civilization research.
Huh? You sure you're not a miner?
A miner?
Yeah, we're looking for a group of 4 strong fellas carrying mining equipment.
I think I saw those people.
Really?
Yes. I set off from Nantianmen the day before yesterday, heading for Lingju Pass. About halfway there, I came across some people. I was in a hurry. I didn't get a good look.
I think that's...
I hope it's you. I'd better get going. There's a conference I need...
According to this scholar, the miners were heading for Nantianmen.
Can we be absolutely sure that it was the men that we're looking for?
A child with a group of adults. Sounds pretty close to Paimon. But...
Hey, perhaps that rock over there can tell us more.
Aha! Paimon nearly forgot about our secret weapon.
It looks promising.
石の記憶が見れる
I'll
っ
do my
て便利だな。
この後のキャラじゃない敵たちってさ
It's the same group, all right. They followed this road.
Mr. Kunjun, your stone seeing is something I won't forget in a hurry.
I suppose it is an asset, though I rarely find a use for it. But praise from Mr. Zhongli is high praise indeed.
It's a good thing we brought our Kunji...
It feels like we're cracking a criminal case.
Be that as it may, we would do well to keep our guards high. 4 fully grown men in a trance-like state, walking ceaselessly day and night, over hills and mountains, led by a...
Oh, you're quite right, Mr. Zhongli. We should have our wits about us.
That's not all. Our scholar was attacked by Geovishap hatchlings, but the level of aggression they exhibited was unusual. We have encountered many clues along the way. The miners headed in the direction of Nantianmen the day before yesterday. From here, they would have had to navigate a perilous mountain road.
Great! No time to lose!
I left a mark in the vicinity just now. If Uncle Dai does pass through here,
Clever think.
Stabilize!
By royal born of ice and frost.
Access denied.
Gather! Verdict is... Here!
あそこにファディ見るんだよな。
Order guide you. Solidify!
No touching. Next on the agenda.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Stabilize!
Well, Killjoy, we've only just begun.
For Rex Lapis. Access denied.
Gather!
This one's
Oz, reveal thyself.
an unfortunate fault.
Hey! Over here on the ground! Is this one of the missing people?
There's a basket lying here, too. This must be one of them.
Hey! Hello?
judging by his appearance,
Should we...
I can still...
Sounds like he's whispering something.
it seems that he thinks he still has work to do. There's a camp nearby. We should take him there and monitor his condition before deciding our next move.
How is he? He won't die, right?
He's worked himself into a stupor. Thankfully, he's not in serious danger.
Hyman heard him talking about digging for something. Did he dig himself into this state?
It's certainly a possibility.
It looks like there's something in his pocket. Are these ore fragments? I just witnessed the memories within these ore fragments. This person brought these fragments out of the mine. He's one of the 4 that we're searching for.
How he came to be here is what we need to understand.
So he was kidnapped, and then abandoned here. But if they didn't need him, why bring him all the way out here?
Unless something happened. Something that led him to fall behind.
Ugh. Hyman's had enough. This is too mysterious.
Oh, wait a moment. Seeing these fragments has jogged my memory.
What is it? Ooh.
Something for...
As I mentioned, before I met Uncle Dai, I was in a daze. I was so happy when Uncle Dai enlisted you to... These are some crystals that I bought from the market.
It's beautiful. Oh, and the colors
こ
change
の
as
タイ
you
ミング
turn
で
it. It's like a different crystal from each angle.
But of course. And this one. Huh? Is something.
On the contrary, I just hadn't anticipated receiving a gift during the current circumstances. But thank you.
I'm pleased you like them. It's nice to be able to. Oh, I see more rocks over there. You should.
You sure like.
Ores are the crystals of the earth. Get some rest and call me when you're ready to set off. I won't.
Rest easy. Oh.
Huh?
Traveler. Does Dragonfall mean anything to you?
You mean the ore that Kunjun's looking for?
Dragonfall is an incredibly rare ore used in forging. The majority of regular crystals are formed in high-temperature environments. Dragonfall, on the other hand, is formed as a product of elemental reactions.
Elemental reactions can produce material objects?
Indeed they can. However, only a minority can survive for long periods of time. Dragonfall first emerged in the midst of a great battle, thousands of years ago. Powerful clashes of elemental energy gave birth to elemental crystals. When the fighting ceased, these geological remnants were miraculously preserved. And yet they are crystal creations all the same. Few and far between, relatively unknown. Why is it then that a citizen of Liyue now wishes to strike upon ore that has long since vanished from the earth?
Yeah, if he knows of its existence, surely he knows all of it's already been mined. Weird. Paimon doesn't get it.
There are those in the mining trade who retain a keen interest in Dragonfall. But for someone like Mr. Kunjun, whose motivations for seeking it are unclear even unto himself.
Ulterior motives? Is he a villain?
A conclusion that is presently impossible to reach. We must watch and wait. Don't forget, rescuing those miners is the primary objective. As for anything else, sooner or later the tide will reveal the lie of the land. We're drawing closer to our goal. I believe we should continue to follow this road through. Now that we've found one, the others won't be far away. When you're well rested, call Mr. Kunjun over to us. We should ensure this miner is settled here at the camp. Once we've brought this matter to a close, we can return and attend to him. I suggest we leave a note for Uncle Dai.
ろう石。なんかろう石なんかに使うって。たら。
No problem. I'm done here.
Any results, Mr.?
There are many beautiful rocks here, but nothing out of the ordinary. I couldn't find any clues. Then again, the memories of ore can shift with the passage of time and the changing of the environment. Difficult to say.
So there's
Rocks endure, but as eons pass, their memories are erased. Those memories that survive are rooted in...
That makes sense.
Indeed. Wow. Such an immense tree.
And there's so many mysterious-looking crystals up there, too.
This ancient tree. Let's conduct separate investigations. I'll take that area. Perhaps you could survey this section. All right, then.
Kunjun, can you see anything worth investigating?
Well, there is this stone tablet here.
Doesn't seem very interesting. Paimon's gonna look over there.
Huh. It's worth a try, surely. Let me...
This is...
Hey, what's wrong?
Just a bit lightheaded. It's past. Nothing to worry about. Not...
Whatever. Paimon's going to investigate over there. Why don't you climb the tree and have a look? If you don't try, you won't know. Anyway, you'll be able to get a good look at our surroundings from up there. When has Paimon ever... Wait a minute. Paimon can fly. All right, Paimon will go. You wait here.
All of you, come here.
Huh? Zhongli's voice came from... But quick!
This has been newly dug. It would appear our answer is up ahead.
Is that a voice coming from the tunnel? Someone else go first!
Compose yourselves. I will lead us in. There is an unusual presence emanating from inside the tunnel.
こんなとこに入る場所あったんだな。
This is...
The missing miners are here! What are they digging for?
I'm afraid that this whole tunnel is the fruit of their strenuous labor.
That gate! Has it been there all along?
Digging a tunnel to this ancient seal. Had they not been discovered, they would undoubtedly persevere until they opened the gate.
So behind the seal, there's...
なんかすごい怖いことになってる。
What do we do? We can't hurt them!
Oh, Kunji. Kunji なんかやったね今。一般人じゃなかったか。お。
What type of monster is this?
Morax, you arrive at my doorstep of your own volition. Excellent. Taking revenge for stealing me away will be all the easier.
うわー、こいつ強そう。
So, the little girl is your power incarnate. But if you recall, Ishtaha, this is not how we intended for events to transpire.
Waste not your words. Your life is mine. There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain.
Seal.
Oz, no touching.
Is once not enough? You would forsake me again?
If that is what you choose to believe, so be it. He who bears the weight of memory is destined to shoulder the burden of truth, as it ought to be.
Stabilize.
Born of ice and fire.
Time for retribution!
Wings of Darkness, come!
This is long overdue. Access denied.
This Morax! You think you can destroy me?
Deっけえな。
Stabilize!
By royal
Born of ice and frost.
Verdict is...
Crumble!
Access denied.
Oh. こんなだっけ？てかもうちょっと携帯なかったっけ？
Morax, 1,000 years after you sealed me underground, you return for the second time.
You should call it by its name, Ashtaha.
Fate? Fate? So here lies the wisdom of the
これが
gods.
バビ肉ってやつか。
Destroy all deemed redundant. Enlist tyrants to ravage the wilderness.
No. You have forgotten.
That voice!
Ashtaha.
Huh? Kunjun?
Morax. It's been a while.
You're...
Ashtaha. The very same.
During the battle, you imbued us with your power.
Yes. It was all I could manage. Forgive me for concealing the truth, traveler. There were things that only became clear to me upon reaching this tree. Allow me to elaborate. I am not Ashtaha the whole, but a fragment. Heaven and earth, yin and yang, opposing forces. You can consider the existence of me and the Ashtaha you see there to be a reflection of such polarities.
So there are two Ashtahas?
No, it can't be. That's impossible.
When the seal loosened, your power manifested in this world as a child. With this new identity, you were able to vent about the forces that suppressed you. That's when it occurred to you. The loosening of the seal constituted an opportunity to strike back. Kidnapping the miners was all in aid of digging to the entrance to the seal itself.
The audacity! Are you insane? If you truly are a part of me, how is it you find yourself standing on the side of the betrayer?
I was another power awakened with the loosening of the
話
seal.
の途中でちょっと気になるけど、
Too weak to
またお手洗い
reincarnate,
に行ってきたいので、お
but
手洗いに
strong
行ってき
enough
ま
to
す。
possess a human body. I was barely conscious. I couldn't remember who I was. Only the past would elicit a reaction from me. But my aim was clear. Find Morax and aid him in stopping you.
I had sensed that something was amiss when you mentioned Dragonfall. Had your power been but a little stronger, I would have recognized you.
Don't blame yourself. I have changed beyond all recognition. Only when I touched the stone tablet did I truly
要するにいいジャクダ竜王と悪いジャクダ竜王がいるっていう話ってこ
A
と
secret beyond all comprehension of youthful humanity and ancient dragonkind.
There would be no harm in it. The decision is yours.
You haven't changed. Then allow me. Ajdaha was once a friend and ally of the Geo-Archon Morax, with a lifespan far exceeding that of mankind. However, that which is derived of the Earth is no more or less than the Earth itself. The memories of rocks do not last long. Those memories that survive are rooted in powerful emotion. But as time passes,
1000年も封印された間にジャクダ竜王もなんていうか感情だけが暴走してるような状態なんかな。
is the world's greatest destroyer of memories. Erosion ground Ajdaha's consciousness into oblivion. Slowly, he forgot the face of his old friend, and his memories of defending Liyue Harbor disintegrated. Ajdaha, now incomplete, became irascible.
What would you expect? It was humanity that attacked the ley lines that sustained me.
This much is true, which is why you attacked the chasm, why you waged war against Morax. In the beginning, in order to open up new territory and increase production, the citizens of Liyue came to the mountains to mine. Overexploitation caused the ley lines to quake. Erosion made us even more savage. No matter how we struggled, we lost the ability to coexist with humanity. Morax shared with us some of his power to prevent further erosion. But it was futile. Everything returns to dust. It is, and so, we became you. And from your will, I emerged. I am your final contract. Witness the promise between Ajdaha and Morax. You can hate me, but you cannot deny me.
No. No!
I am the remnants of Ajdaha's benevolence, the echo of a contract set in stone. I harbor a willingness to go further. A willingness to coexist peacefully with—
No! It is I, Ajdaha, forged of elemental crystal, bearer of the weight and memories of the earth, older than the mountains and the oceans that decides.
Morax is not an insect.
A lord over insects is nothing but an insect in turn.
You forgot yourself. Nobody held Morax in higher regard than you or I. That which you have forgotten, I hold here in my heart. If you are the memory of the earth, then I am the memory of coexistence. All powers under heaven, rise and fall of land and sea.
A star appears within the wild. A sun ascends as bright as... Strange. What is this feeling? And all this?
You are spent, and I will soon disappear. Before I do, heed these words. In the wilderness, snow falls on a spring day. In an instant, it will melt. Even where it is fleeting, and leaves no trace, even where it will never fall again.
No! That isn't true! I don't accept this as fate!
Perhaps it isn't, but it remains an inevitable misfortune.
More axe!
The little girl vanished!
Are you satisfied, Ishtaha?
I had to make amends. Satisfaction had no part in it. So, Morax, you call yourself Zhongli these days?
I do.
Well, I'm afraid old habits die hard. To me, you're Morax.
As you please.
I never did forget your gift of sight.
I hardly lifted a finger. Think nothing of it.
And yet, you could see. You wouldn't know the yearning of a blind dragon, searching for the sun. A pair of eyes, from Morax to Ajda.
Your power is nearly spent.
Ah. Perceptive as always, my friend.
Shall we get going, you and I?
Surely the pressing
古
matter
い友
is
人
still
と
that
の
of
友情みたいな
miners
もんなのか
trapped
な。
outside the seal.
Indeed. Hence the need to get going. To fix the damage left in your wake.
Straight down to business as always. Let's go.
しかしイベント没ら強さってことは、集合するともっと強いのか。
We need to go back and check on the miners!
So there you are. My men and I found your clues and followed them straight here. We found Mao in a tent at the campsite unconscious. It seems he'll be okay. Huh? Young Kun, what is—
Nothing. Pay it no mind. Those three miners are over there, in that cave.
Cave? What happened?
They're exhausted, but not in danger. Don't worry.
Right. Well, thank you, all of you. I better go and see how they're doing.
So you're taking them back to Liyue Harbor?
That's right.
Can I come with you?
No problem. You rescued my men. I'll be happy to assist all of you in any way I can. I'll be back soon. I need to assess their condition.
Kunjun, we should be calling you Ajdaha. You're coming back to Liyue Harbor.
Not I. Merely this body. Once I'm gone, the true owner will accompany the miners back to Liyue. Kunjun hails from a family of famous artisans. He too will be famous in time. It would be a shame for someone of his talent to go missing.
You always did have a great admiration for blacksmiths.
Curious how swords and daggers are blind, yet their creators see so much. Perhaps empathy is mankind's proudest achievement after all.
Ajdaha, I am no longer the Geo-Archon.
I can sense it.
Today I am just an ordinary citizen of Liyue.
Even you met such a fate. Let's get the difficult part out of the way. I cannot guarantee that I won't be awoken a second time.
No matter. If that day comes to pass, Liyue must prepare itself to face you.
And how will Liyue fare without Rex Lapis?
Even without a god above, this remains a nation of men. I was once their god. I ought to be here to witness their rise and fall.
All life is shaped and then ground away by the endless flow of time. You were always the strongest among us. Yet, it would seem that even you have been eroded. That's unimportant. Fate is ordained by heaven. Even if our mission had already concluded, it would be cowardly not to strike out on the road of departure. You may live forever, doomed to a lonely existence. Yet, even this is temporary. When you reach the end of time, those people, those past and future relationships predetermined by fate, they will be waiting for you.
I do not pretend to match your rhetoric when it comes to the subject of a life long lived. I fear that the life of an elemental being is longer than any in this world.
Were it not so, you would have killed me long ago, and would not be having to face me again now.
You've brought a smile to my face. When all is said and done, a reunion between old friends is an auspicious occasion.
That day in the chasm, did you hesitate?
A heart of
料理
stone
の
is
言
a
う
heart
給油ってのは
nonetheless.
君主のことだったのか。
But I am the god of contracts, and was for a time a god of the people of Liyue.
You chose justice, but did not forsake your kindness. You came to me not as an assassin, and so I was willingly sealed away.
The movements of the Earth Dragon can tremble the earth and shake the heavens. With your abilities, even at my full strength, I struggled to confront you, let alone seal you away.
Hence my inception. Do not forget that I was there with Liyue's founder. The face may have changed, but the content of the contract remains intact. Old friend, god of contracts, I hereby honor our agreement.
Thank you, Ishtaha.
My life is nigh on eternal. I will go on with the infinite flow of time. And you, Morax, you too will live for many a day to come.
You're leaving?
If it is fated, Morax, we will meet again.
Yes. Don't be alarmed. He's only asleep.
Whoa, that was so weird. It was like he suddenly became another person.
In fact, we have yet to meet the real Kunjun. He was. Centuries may have passed since then, but events from 1,000 years ago remain crystal clear in my mind.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote voice, unlike any other, coming from a crack in the earth.
Most of the ancient geo life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Ishtaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world, and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes, quicker than words could tell. Lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon soared into the clouds.
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground. But if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would once again be sealed in the dark.
The dragon accompanied the Lord of Geo, fighting campaigns alongside him in the 4 corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a spear brought billowing dust. The mountains and waters made way at the sound. The sight of a dragon bestowed with a touch the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
A 1,000 years ago, Azhdaha attacked the chasm. I tried to obstruct him, fighting him tooth and nail down the length and breadth of the mine. Finally, I brought him down and sealed him underground. During that battle, Dragonfall was born. Azhdaha could sense the stone. Subconsciously, he wanted to use it to find me. Despite being the victor, I could not claim to be stronger than he, and in his heart, he still retained an ounce of goodwill towards me, towards Liyue, towards life above ground. He was willing to be sealed away, but as the erosion set in, he forgot. Even I cannot avoid it, but there is something I understand better than most. When the door opens, it is time to leave. The greater the power, the greater the danger erosion may bring about. The millennia may come and go, but even a stone may tire. Personally sealing away an old friend. This is just one form of erosion I have endured. People abandon and surrender the things they love to pursue the right path. Perhaps this is the erosion imposed on me by the heavenly principles. But I was a god of mankind. My identity may change, but my eyes will bear witness to the history of humanity.
You still care a lot about Liyue.
Call it part of my duty. I must thank you both.
No worries.
Oh? About what?
Oh yeah, Paimon nearly forgot. So, not long ago, we met a guy called Dane. He told us about Conria and the punishment of the gods. That's when we realized that those events were connected to the person we're searching for. Zhongli, you're a god. You've lived through thousands of years of history. Surely you experienced the incident?
I cannot say.
Why? You can't even give us a thread of information? This is so important to us.
I understand, but I must apologize. This is my contract.
You mean another past grievance? Like the incident with Azhdaha? Too painful to talk about?
It was signed before it all began. I have always honored the contract, and kept my silence.
How can you be like that?
You two are friends to me. I can assure it brings me no pleasure to disappoint you. But as the god of contracts, I cannot go back on my word.
Would you be ready to find out?
It appears your understanding of this world continues to grow. There are many events of ages past, many secrets that lie hidden. They have been eroded by time, forgotten by the people, abandoned. But you are capable of finding them and bringing them into the light. Those who come to witness will witness. Those who are born to remember. If you take the same road as that person, there may be more difficulties ahead. But as long as you firmly believe that you are on the right path, everything has meaning.
続くんか。まだ続きあるん
This
か。
tablet was erected by Mountain Shaper. It names Ashtaha as a terrible dragon, and serves as a warning for later generations to stay away from this place. It's a shame. There is a fine line between good and evil. If the good and evil within him could be summarized in a single sentence,
We're way behind schedule.
どうすっかな。せっかくストーリー終わってしんみりした後だけど。
Next on the agenda.
It is time, Morax. We settle this now.
Born of ice and frost.
Order guide you.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
No touching.
Burn. Stabilize.
Born of ice and frost. For Rex Lapis.
Solidify. Ha. Ha. Ha.
The enraged Earth will not absolve you!
I'm a little low on energy.
Gather.
これ避けなきゃダメなやつだったか。
Today, you witness your reckoning!
Solidify. Verdict is... Stabilize.
Wings of darkness, come.
No touching.
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain!
類破壊とかできるかなこれ。
Born of ice and frost.
Solidify.
You stand upon your tomb, though you know it not!
I will have order.
Come, experience an eon of suffering!
No rest for the... Gather!
I'm just way out of practice. Rex,
避けんの無理じゃね？
I am sorry.
Stabilize.
By royal
Ha! Ha! Verdict is dust.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Gather. Yeah. Ha! Ha!
Where did I go wrong?
Solidify. More axe.
どちゃくそ強いな。さてどうしようかな。ちょうど3時間になるから配信やめてもいいんだけど。宝箱探してもいいし。でも宝箱探してもめちゃくちゃ地味だからな。わざわざ配信でやんなくてもいいのか。このなんか中心部の下のとこに
Oz revealed.
Order guide you. Time for retribution. Stabilize. Ha! Ha!
Next on the agenda.
ここら辺に宝箱の反応があるんだよな。
We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda.
ここら辺か
We're
な。
way behind schedule.
ああ、あった。こんな分かりやすいとこに。
No touching. By royal.
This is order.
Huh. 上か、あと。
Next on the agenda.
なんかすごいカメラがバグってる。どうした？一旦開けちゃう
There's
か。
nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then. Next on the agenda.
めちゃくちゃバグったな今画面。一旦倒しちゃうか。
Oh, goodness gracious.
No rest for the wicked. As you wish, main Fräulein.
All hail.
Solidify.
しっちゃかめっちゃかになってる。
Verdict is. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Oz, we're born of ice and front.
Stabilize. I will have order. Midnight Phantasmagoria.
No touching.
Ha! Ha! Burn! Yeah.
いやー死ぬかと思った。ここから上登れるかな。これでよし。あー、これやんないとダメか。しょうがない。ついでにタルタリアの伝説任務もやっちゃうか。
I suppose this will do.
干物にドリンクってなんか飲み合わせっていうか食い合わせが悪すぎるなこれ。
There's no end to this.
Better than nothing.
Order guide you.
Access denied.
I got careless. Picked the wrong test subject.
Chan to倒していくか。
We're with by royal for Rex Lapis.
Solidify. I will have order.
この下、あった。
Destiny has brought me hither.
Odds reveal that born of ice and frost.
Gather. Time for retribution.
もう宝箱ないか。あ、なんかやってないやつある。しょうがない。今日はこれで終わりにして、タレタリアのやつとかは明日とかやろうかな。深夜2時13分か。もう遅い時間だわな。じゃあ今日の配信はここまでってことで、また次回の配信にやるか。